Let's go to WMUR's Ben French, who joins us live from our Seacoast Bureau with more on the crime and reaction from parents. Ben?
Tom, the accused, Christopher Andino, is out on bail tonight, ordered to stay away from the two girls he allegedly assaulted in a swimming pool at Water Country.
WMUR's Ben French is live at our Portsmouth Bureau tonight with more. Ben?
Hi, Scott. Of the 5 men arrested, only one was from Portsmouth. We're told the other 4 men are from Lynn, Massachusetts. Now, police say they were armed and ready for a fight.
WMUR's Ben French in Manchester now. Any relief in sight, Ben?
Well, you may be able to find a few good deals, save a few cents here and there. We're at the Exxon station on South Willow Street in Manchester, where the price per gallon is $1.91, pretty standard for this area. Now, with prices expected to top $2 in the coming months, you'll be hard-pressed to find much real relief here at the pumps anytime soon. Another factor fueling the increase in fuel prices has to do with the seasons. With spring and summer just around the corner, more folks are hitting the road, but road trips may be out of the question.
Can't afford them at this price.
This weekend, where does Mother Nature expect us to put it all? WMUR's Ben French takes a look tonight. He joins us live from Manchester Public Works with more. Ben?
Hi, Tom. You know, the sand and salt behind me will soon make its way onto Manchester city streets. And what road crews can't melt away with the salt, they'll be melting away with the city's new $350,000 portable snow melter. As you may imagine, it's a tool many folks will wish they had come this weekend.
And let spring come.
Of course, when the snow doesn't melt, it piles up, limiting visibility, taking up good parking spaces, and slowing us down on the sidewalk. Now, we also spoke with the senior pastor of that church and his wife. They say in the time since Moranville has left, they have moved on. We made several attempts to contact Mr. Moranville today for comment, but those calls were not returned. Mr. Moranville's trial is set for late October. Reporting live from Carroll County Superior Court, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Okay, Ben, thank you all.
WMUR's Ben French joins us live now with more.
All right, Jen, bariatric or gastric bypass surgery can cost thousands, and while more Americans are considering the operation, insurance companies are tightening their belts. Now, some doctors at Portsmouth Regional Hospital say that's not fair to the people who truly need the surgery. Now, the trial is set to continue next month. We're told because this happened 2 years ago, Taft's attorney plans to file a motion to dismiss the charges. He says the statute of limitations has run out. Reporting live, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
All right, Ben.
And the water level is right about to where Deputy Chief Conroy has his hand. You can see it's receded a little bit here. In fact, Maple Street, which was also in the story, is once again open. Again, there have been no major injuries and no major house damage. Folks here just hope they've seen the last of the major flooding. Reporting live in Newport, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Some amazing pictures.
Ben French joins us live with the full story. Ben?
Scott, drivers heading south on I-293 have never been able to use Exit 5 South. That's because it doesn't exist. There's no northbound on-ramp either, but all of that is about to change. As you can see, equipment has been brought in, and crews right now are making way for 2 additional ramps, an interchange, which many folks feel will be the key to freer flowing traffic in and around the city.
WMUR's Ben French has more on how deep any cuts could be felt. Ben.
Sean and Korea, state estimates show if the shipyard isn't saved, New Hampshire could lose close to $15 million in revenues in the first year. Folks living on the seacoast, especially those working at the yard, hope those estimates don't become an economic reality. According to the Coast Guard, Bert and his crew began taking on water in 16 to 20-foot seas. To give you an idea of what that would be like, imagine being in a boat, seeing a wave as high as where I'm standing right now. To ignore. So he knocked on the door. But the tenants inside Apartment 1 here at 43 Front Street would not let police inside. Now, time was working against the authorities. They called in a drug-sniffing dog and obtained a warrant, but an hour had already passed.
WMUR's Ben French is live in Seabrook, and Ben, government regulators were also there tonight. Is that right?
That's right, Kriya. Members of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission joined Massachusetts Congressman Marty Meehan for a plant tour. Now, officials at Seabrook hope that inspection helps assure the public they are safe. Now, police have not said anything about a possible motive. We're told the investigation will now be handled by the Attorney General's office. Reporting live in Exeter, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Thanks, Ben. We'll hear.
That's right. The lightning kept the Tilton Northfield Fire Department busy this morning, responding to 6 storm-related calls. One of them forcing a family out of their home and into a hotel. That's right. Ingraham, who works with at-risk children, now faces 11 charges. Police say 4 victims, all of them teenage girls, have come forward.
The scene in Weirs Beach, where you can see the crowds are thinning out as Laconia's Motorcycle Week wraps up. WMUR's Ben French is live at Weirs Beach tonight. Ben, bikers say the festival is worth the trip. Is that right?
Oh, that's right. The rumble of bikes is dying down as Motorcycle Week draws to a close. Vendors behind me are slowly starting to pack up. Locals are starting to clean up. This may be the last day of the 9-day event, but motorcycle enthusiasts took full advantage of the great weather, checking out bikes and spending money. Closing arguments wrapped up several hours ago. Jurors begin deliberating tomorrow morning. Reporting live in Dover, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
All right, Ben, thank you very much.
Now, this morning, the judge set Boschman's bail at $10,000. He is due back in court later this month. Reporting live, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Okay, Ben, thank you.
Well, Ben?
Tom, it's about 75 degrees in Manchester right now, pretty comfortable, but tomorrow you may want to forget your running shoes and garden tools. State environmental experts say it will be a day for air conditioners and inside activities.
That couple was not seriously injured and spoke with our Ben French today. He continues our live team coverage with their story now. Ben?
That's right. That couple is shaken but feeling okay. They're certainly happy their lives were spared and they know their home can be rebuilt. It happened around 6:30 last night. Warren and Nancy Johnson.
Our Ben French joins us live from New London tonight with developing details. Ben.
Korea witnesses say that single-engine airplane crashed nose first into the 16th fairway, which is behind us here at the Lake Sunapee Golf Course. They say it happened shortly after takeoff from the Eagle's Nest airstrip, which is located just several hundred yards next to the 16th fairway.
Here. Our Ben French has been following the situation all night. He joins us live from Hampton now with more on exactly what went wrong.
Hi, Tom. No names have been released. This as authorities try to notify the families of those who lost their lives earlier today just off Hampton Beach.
WMUR's Ben French continues our team coverage live from Hampton Beach.
In addition to the 2 men who drowned, at least 8 others were stranded by the tide. All the chaos breaking out just minutes after the lifeguards went off duty.
Live from Hampton Beach tonight, Ben.
Tom, those lifeguards ended their shift about 15 minutes ago, but they will not be going home right away. They will be meeting with other emergency officials who responded to last night's calls. They need to talk out what happened. It has been a very emotional 24 hours since 2 men drowned here off Hampton Beach.
WMUR's Ben French spoke with her by phone and joins us live with her story. Ben?
Hi, Tom. That explosion happened a world away, but that impact is being felt right here in our state as one of New Hampshire's own found herself right in the middle of today's chaos.
And only leaving clues before he killed himself. WMUR's Ben French spoke tonight about the mystery and what she found on her trip.
Terry Knight and her husband left New Hampshire knowing they would not be able to cover the thousands of square miles where her children are believed to be buried. They were not able to find Philip and Sarah, but they are not giving up hope.
Markers we're looking for is a yellow or
Now, while Senator Gregg has never been a judge, he practiced law before being elected to the Senate and served as New Hampshire's Attorney General. Reporting live, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
All right, very good. You know, summer traffic on places like I-95 really seems kind of like a circus, especially in the summertime, and that was especially true for folks today.
You know why?
Why?
Because 2 elephants became stranded in Portsmouth on their way to a circus down in Massachusetts. As Ben French tells us tonight, the duo drew quite a crowd.
Before their appearance under the big top, they had to make a pit stop at National Wrecker Service in Portsmouth. This after the truck pulling their trailer broke down on I-95.
Kind of like stopping at a rest area and the kids run out and stretch their legs and stuff, so that's kind of what we're doing.
This is definitely something different.
Kim Clemens dispatches for National Wrecker and received a call from state police that a trailer carrying the 2 elephants from Maine to Massachusetts needed a tow.
They're like, oh, I think that you get a good laugh from this.
Clemens dispatched her father, Ralph Cresty, to the scene. He says towing a trailer with circus elephants drew more than one double take from passing cars.
Just people looking through the side doors with the doors open.
And their mouths wide open, right?
Yes.
Clemens drove home to get her daughter, who has quite the story to tell her friends. And she's not the only one. People working nearby could hardly believe their eyes.
They've been very cooperative here. As you see, we're doing a little weed eating for them for maybe some money off the bill or something.
By noon, the circus had arranged for another truck. Looks like the girls will make it down to Massachusetts in time for their 2 shows this afternoon.
Yeah, well, important thing is so we get there and make a lot of kids happy to see the elephants.
Outside the big top and on the hot top of this parking lot, the elephants certainly made Clemens' daughter, not to mention a number of adults, very happy. In Portsmouth, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Hope they didn't leave behind a mess.
Well, they look like they enjoyed their stay.
Quite a surprise in the Portsmouth area.
Quite a surprise.
Can authorize overtime to accommodate for crowd size and tide conditions. These recommendations are either in effect right now or set to be in effect by the start of summer 2006. Reporting live at Hampton Beach, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
WMUR's Ben French live at the Manchester Airport where things are back to normal this evening, right, Ben?
That's right, Scott. That package was found on a Boeing 737 just like the one behind us. We're told it's no larger than a brick, and now preliminary testing indicates the substance inside is some sort of narcotic.
French is live tonight with one of our top stories at 5:30, Ben.
Police started investigating DaCosta late last week after receiving a tip that she was looking for someone to abduct her daughter here in New Hampshire. Turns out that allegation could be the least of DaCosta's concerns.
WMUR's Ben French joins us live from the Dover PD with the very latest. Ben?
That's right. Police say all 3 of those women were trying to sell their homes. They heard about the Dover suspect on the news and called police. They say the suspect, the man depicted in this sketch and suspected of raping a woman.
WMUR's Ben French live in Hampton now to explain how it's all going to work out. Ben?
That's right. There's plenty of sun, surf, and sand here in Hampton, but it's a different story just up the road at Wallace Sands Beach in Rye, at least different when it comes to sand. On this day, it's the kids sitting in the sun and the adults digging in the sand. But these big boys with their big toys are not playing around. They're trying to fix a serious erosion problem. This after recent storms with heavy surf, wind, and rain. Crews estimate the storm washed away 80% of the sand here at Wallace Sands Beach. So they're trucking in sand from Hampton Beach, where the opposite problem exists. The recent storm left too much sand.
If another storm should happen to hit like this, it would end up back in the parking lot again.
So how much sand are we talking about? Well, I'm on the top step of this stairway right now with some 5 feet of sand below me, stretching hundreds of feet down the beach.
Boy, you're talking about 500 truckloads.
Crews may wish they could turn the tide on the sand problem. After all, those who come here every day say the beaches were ready for the crowd about 3 weeks ago.
You take pride in what you do and making it look nice, and then you turn around the next day, it's a mess again.
It's getting to look wonderful, just like it was before the storm last week.
And another challenge they didn't have before recent storms, beachgoers, thousands of them. For this crew, a big crowd can make a day at the beach anything but.
You know, it gets a little crazy when there's so many people out here. I'm hoping for a couple of rainy days next week. We can do it in the rain.
And he's probably one of the only people hoping for dreary weather in the next few days. We're told if all goes according to plan, the sand transfer project should be wrapped up in the next week and a half. Reporting live from Hampton Beach, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
WMUR's Ben French live in Manchester tonight, where gas prices haven't quite reached that level yet, Ben.
That's right. The average is $2.29, up 6 cents from yesterday, but up 36 cents from 1 year ago. So why the big jump? Well, AAA blames 2 things, both the demand for gas, the global demand for gas, and Hurricane Dennis. We'll miss the brunt of that storm, but concerns about the storm's impact on gas production and delivery played a big role in that 24-hour jump. And AAA says for the most part, in response, drivers are not selling their gas guzzlers and not really changing their driving habits.
I think people, as I have always said, are driving bigger cars, they're driving faster, they're driving farther, and they're doing more with their cars, and I don't see that adjustment happening yet.
Now, aside from cutting back on driving or buying a more fuel-efficient car, AAA says the best advice is to simply shop around for a better price per gallon. And as far as the hurricane factor, it appears those Gulf Coast refineries weathered the storm fairly well, and that should not have the impact some feared it would have on gas prices. Reporting live in Manchester, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Events. People from all around take part, and we're told, despite the rain and crowds, the 9-day festival has gone off without any big problems. WMUR's Ben French took a tour with riders and police. He's live in Weirs Beach tonight. Ben, sounds loud out there.
It is, and the crowd here may be listening to the blues, and crowd numbers may not be what they were in years past, but for the diehards, they say they wouldn't miss Motorcycle Week for the world.
This is a good year even for the weekend we had. It's like still plenty of people on bikes.
And when they aren't dodging showers, folks like Doug McLaughlin are soaking in Bike Week as best they can. He had to cancel a few day trips, but as you can see, he's not complaining.
Unfortunately, we couldn't do the Kangamangas, we couldn't do Alton Bay, just too wet, too cold. But next year should be better, right?
State and local police are just about everywhere on this, the final full night of the 9-day event.
It's usually the busiest night of the week for us.
They say the cool, damp weather tempers traffic and rowdiness.
As far as criminal activity, the activity's been down. The motor vehicle activity seems to be down as well. All in all, it's been a fairly quiet week.
Not the kind of week most businesses were hoping for.
The weather's hurt us. Today's not a bad day. We got a little rain early and slowed down, picked up. It's not bad right now.
Off and on, but people will come out if it's not raining too badly.
In fact, Bike Week diehards say they'll come out no matter what.
Well, I take the good with the bad. We ride around in the wet weather like this. It doesn't bother us any, and we have a good time.
And folks like Anthony Seversky leave Motorcycle Week knowing where every rain shelter and highway overpass is in this state. It has been wet for most folks coming to visit. Bike Week officially wraps up tomorrow afternoon. Reporting live in Laconia, Ben French, WMUR News 9.
Ben's going to come back in leather. Well, as we said, thousands of people visit the Lakes region